This is what you need to know about selling your home in a shifting market. Hi, my name is Amy Brown. I'm a realtor in the Orlando area. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home in the Orlando area, please give me a call. I would love to be your realtor. Now let's dive right into today's topic. I'm going to go over 12 steps or things to consider if you're a seller in a shifting market, which is what we have right now. Number one, stay informed. You want to keep up to date on market trends. You want to look at days on the market. You want to look at price reductions. You really want to understand these metrics so that you can have realistic expectations and also properly set a price for your home and know when it's time to do a price reduction. And you need to look particularly at your neighborhood and looking at your neighborhood and the trends in your neighborhood. Look at pending sales in your neighborhood. How long did it take these sellers to get a contract? How many are pending? How many are active? Who's your competition? How much competition do you have? I do videos on the Winter Garden area and the Waterley neighborhood and the Hawksmoor neighborhood. And if you're interested in having me discuss your neighborhood, I'd be happy to dig into those numbers for you. So please reach out to me if that's of interest. Here's a big one. Be flexible in a shifting market. You want to accommodate buyer showings and just be ready to adjust and just make sure the buyers can get in your home. Do everything possible to say yes to all showings, even when it's extremely inconvenient. And you really need to, in this shifting market, adjust your expectations, such as how many days your home is going to need to be on the market to get a contract, how many showings you'll have. Traffic is down with showings. You may get fewer offers than expected. You may get only one offer. Sellers have been getting multiple offers quickly for quite a while, so the shifting market can be kind of jarring for a lot of sellers because now that it's your turn to sell your home, this is what you were hoping to have as well. So it can take longer to sell your house. It likely will take longer, so you just need to be patient. The market may not like how you price your house in a given area, in a given neighborhood. You really want to get micro local with the data that you're looking at to price your home. And definitely come up with a plan ahead of time, such as you're going to list for, I'm making up numbers, 800,000, and you're going to have that price for 30 days. And if your home doesn't sell in 30 days, you're going to reduce it by X percentage. But just have a plan ahead of time. Price reductions should really be at a minimum 3 to 5%, but to be honest, 10% is really what buyers are expecting in this market and really to get aligned with the market. So you don't want to do a price reduction that gets no attention from buyers, because then what have you done? You've lowered your price and the showings don't improve. No one cares. So you want to make sure to grab buyer attention with your price reduction. You also want to take into account that with the NAR settlement that you've probably been seeing on the news, the offers that you get will likely have a request from the buyer for you to pay some or all of their buyer agent commission. And that is going to become more and more common. So just get used to that because you will likely see it. And you might want to, ahead of time, offer buyer incentives or buyer concessions, seller concessions, such as credit for a home repair. You might know that your home needs to be painted and you don't have the time or energy to have that done. Well, you might want to, ahead of time, offer a concession to the buyer. And also, with this NAR settlement, the commissions will no longer be on the MLS, but rest assured, buyers' agents will be calling your seller's agent and asking, what percentage is the seller offering to a buyer's agent? So many sellers have heard about this lawsuit and they were like, woohoo, no more commissions to the buyer. I'm going to save so much money. But that is not what I'm predicting. As always, all commissions are negotiable. They always have been, they always will be, and they are today. But just know that it's highly likely that the offers you see, even if you don't come forward and offer a commission to the buyer's agent, they will still make a request for you to consider. Of course, you don't have to agree to it because all commissions are negotiable. Next up, in a shifting market, you might see more of contingent offers. That's where a buyer says, I want to buy your house, but I have a house to sell. And I don't want to go to settlement until my house is sold and that money is in my pocket. The issue with contingent offers is it shifts all of the risk onto the seller, the homeowner. So I would be very leery about accepting a contingent offer. I would not say never. That's too strong of a word because I have had sellers accept those and it's worked out quite well for them. But you do want to make sure that if you do that, that the offer on the buyer's home, it's under contract, A, B, it's through inspections, and C, it's through appraisal. So you're really just in the final home stretch. If that's not the case, I would be very leery of moving forward with that because you would have the domino effect. You don't know if the contract on the buyer's house, if that buyer is making a contingent offer, and so on and so on. So as you can see, just picture dominoes and them all falling down. It's definitely something to consider, but it's really a last resort, if that makes sense. In this shifting market, you really need to understand and embrace your motivation. You need to figure out why you're selling. You might say, I want to go back to the Midwest. I've had it with Florida. I'm out of here. And you just need to really define why you're moving because you're going to need that because it's just a little bit more difficult. But if you have in mind that you want to move on to your next chapter, it'll help the process along. It'll keep you focused on your motivation, focused on the rewards that you're going to get when you sell your home. This one is expecting difficult negotiations. In the past couple years, there were no negotiations. There were often no home inspections. The sellers wouldn't consider it. They'd say, if you want my house, that's fine. You're not getting a home inspection. That happened all the time. So the sellers had all of the negotiating power, but we're in a shifting market. So you need to be prepared for A, having a home inspection, B, them being more stringent negotiations, and also, the buyers coming back and asking for repairs and some concessions from the seller due to the home inspection. And again, we haven't seen a lot of that the past few years. But when the market shifts, both the buyer and the seller need to react to the new market. And as I mentioned before, as of mid-August, the buyer's agent commission will no longer show up on the MLS. But sellers need to prepare themselves mentally for the offers that come in that will include a request for you to consider. Again, you don't have to say yes, but you should know that that is likely what's going to be happening. The market is shifting, the market is softening, but no, the market is not collapsing. It's just shifting. It's been such a strong seller's market for so long that a more balanced market seems a little frightening. But again, it's not collapsing. You want to price your house about 5 to 7% below the most recent sold comp in your area. And I know in the past, sellers were, saying, okay, well, 123 Main Street sold at this price. I'm going to add on 5%. But the market has shifted, and guess what? Buyers know that. So you need to price your house strongly so that it's very appealing in today's market. And you really want to focus on leading indicators versus lagging indicators. The lagging indicators would be, what is sold recently. That's data you absolutely want to look at. But guess what? They might have gone under contract 1 month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So by the time it gets to settlement, that's now a lagging indicator. It's helpful data to analyze, but you need to look right now at what's happening with list prices of your competitors. And specifically, you want to look at price reductions. What is going on with price reductions in your area? So, pricing your house properly is always important. It's just more important in a shifting market. Next up, you want to get repairs done ahead of time. If there are repairs that you're aware of, please get them done before the list price. A well-maintained home, a well-loved home is so appealing to buyers. It does make a difference, particularly with inventory rising and you having more competition in getting your house sold. So one thing to consider is getting a home inspection before your home goes on the market. We haven't seen that in a couple years, but the market is shifting, so that's something we might want to consider. Next up, as always, maintain a neutral home decor. You want to appeal to the masses, especially in a shifting market. In the past couple years, you could pretty much have any kind of wonky paint colors anywhere in your house, and your house would sell quickly. In a shifting market, that's not the case. So you want to go neutral, boring white paint, but not any white paint. They do vary greatly. So please call me. If you're thinking of selling your house, I would love to assist you. I am someone that is passionate about house paint colors for whatever reason. So I would love to assist you because, believe it or not, that does matter. And the right paint color can get you more money in your pocket. Last up, whatever realtor you choose to work with, just make sure that there is quality marketing. You want to use social media. You want to have high quality photos, high quality video, and just make sure that that is happening because, again, there's more competition. So if there's any of these areas that you would like to have a discussion about, I would love to talk to you. Please give me a call, and thank you for watching.